I will never understand how the Real Housewives of Atlanta went from being one of the hottest tickets in town to where the show has to allegedly stop production due to one cast member attempting to expose inappropriate OnlyFans content for the whole wide world to see when nobody ever even asked for that. Sorry, y'all. Yeah, I'm triggered. It's Justin Diego back with another Bingeworthy video. And today, let's talk about how Tamar Braxton, T.I.'s wife Tiny, and so many more of y'all's faves have so rudely turned down joining the Real Housewives of Atlanta over the years before we discuss whether or not I think that those girls ever even deserved a peach in the first place. Now, stick around to the very end because things are definitely gonna get really interesting. Back in April, Tamar Braxton made headlines when she slammed the idea of joining the Real Housewives of Atlanta, alleging that producers had been reaching out to her over the years to come and help save the show.
Why haven't you joined the Real Housewives of Atlanta?
Oh, stop!
And Tamar and Carlos sat there for a while kikiing about how much the show really needs to be fixed, but I'm so glad that Carlos brought it right back to Tamar and got her to eventually share why she thinks that she is above the show.
I've had conversations, but the truth is like, it's just no way I'm going to sit and make up and get a wig put on and get my face beat to argue with a bunch of bitches about nothing. I can't do it. All money ain't good money.
Amen.
It's just not.
No. And this is what really be pissing me off with y'all's faves. Like, in my last video, we talked about how Tamar will fuss and fight on the internet for free. And I feel like, low-key, for a while now, Tamar's brand has been so problematic. So I'm not really understanding why now, girl? Why now are you so above the drama? Why now are you so above giving your fans and your haters what we need? I'm all for a rebrand, but girl, make it make sense. Fans pointed out that the reality is that Tamar knows that she gets away with things when she's fussing and fighting over there with her sisters. And that just would not fly on the Real Housewives of Atlanta. She knows our girls would definitely eat her up.
Like, who the are you?
So does she deserve a peach in the first place? Here's the thing about Tamar. I have always had a lot of respect for her. I think she's super talented and she's done some really, really great things for reality TV, but I've never really seen it for her on the Real Housewives of Atlanta. Like, if she's gonna be rekindling with her ex-husband Vince after all these years, or give us some big larger than life storyline where they're like getting her back to #1 album together or something, I don't know.
Oh, hell, I paid double for that.
But I feel like I don't really think Tamar Braxton is really giving Housewives. Honestly, for me, it never gave Housewives and it probably will never give Housewives. It kind of really gives exactly what she's doing, which is these quick little shows and these little specials. And definitely like her own show with her family. Like, I'm always here for the Braxton family values and I'm definitely gonna be tuning in when they bring that show back. But Housewives is a no for me, dog.
Do y'all want Tamar Braxton on the Real Housewives?
Now, I don't know if y'all know this, but Tameka Tiny Harris from Escape was actually initially pursued to be one of the Real Housewives of Atlanta cast members pretty early on. And as the wife of the iconic Atlanta hitmaker, T.I., this news really comes as no surprise, but I was really, really happy when I learned that when Tiny turned down the Real Housewives of Atlanta, she recommended Kandi Burruss instead, and I love this so much for them. Like, I love to see queens supporting queens instead of gatekeeping opportunities to keep in their back pocket that they know they'll never really need.
That's dope.
Tiny explained that she was doing her own thing, executive producing her own show, so it wouldn't really make sense to let all of that go.
I felt like, me coming from a Tiny and Toya and being an executive producer, just wouldn't have been a smart move for me to go into a show that I have no control of.
We all know that Kandi Burruss was a great recommendation, and she actually went on to do some really great things on Bravo, becoming one of the longest running Housewives ever. And that's really all thanks to her bestie Tiny putting her on. And y'all know that we have always been so invested in Kandi's personal life ever since she told us all her business.
No, shut up. I'm not letting anything out.
I never really talk about my personal life here on my channel like that, but my partner and I have really been trying to find ways to really work on our connection since we've been living apart for a while now. And I just wanted to let you guys know how the Paired app has really helped us strengthen our bond. The Paired app is the ultimate relationship companion that really empowers couples by making it fun to take care of your relationship. If you guys are trying to make sure your relationship is the end game, then you already know how important it is to just remember to make time for each other. And I love how much the Paired app really sparks meaningful conversations through an array of interactive games, challenges, and tools that really build trust and intimacy. I really enjoyed getting these prompts and reminders on the Paired app that helped me to remember to make the time to care for my relationship. And I personally really appreciate the timeline feature because it's really nice to think back on those really important moments that you've shared over the years and get reminded how much your partner became your person in the first place. I find that so valuable because I be spending all this money on our trips and stuff, and at the end of the day, to me, it's always all about the memories and the experiences that he and I share together. Now, the Paired app is honestly suitable for couples in all stages of a relationship, so don't be scared to send that invite to your little boo thing and let them know that you're kind of serious about them, because name a better way to let somebody know that you're taking them serious. I'll wait. Right. Click my link below to get a 7-day trial and 25% off Paired Premium so that you can maintain and deepen your connection with your partner. Thank you so much, Paired, for sponsoring today's video. Okay, now that I done let y'all get all up in my business, let's get back to the tea. A couple of years ago, natural hair guru Janell Stephens was set to join the Real Housewives of Atlanta for season 15. When these rumors first started making waves, y'all ate me up because I shared that I had never really ever heard of Camille Rose Naturals since I wasn't really spending all that much time in the hair care aisles for obvious reasons.
Y'all can go to hell is where y'all can go, bitches.
Since then, I've really started to see Janell's hair care line literally everywhere, so it's really no surprise that Camille Rose is actually the biggest Black-owned hair care company in the world right now.
Camille Rose is the #1 Black-owned hair care brand. Y'all, when I tell you that is so huge for us, it takes so much hard work to get here. So I am so very proud of that.
Now, this is one of those rare cases where the person never actually slammed the idea of joining the Real Housewives of Atlanta, but I still had to put Janell Stephens on my list. In fact, she actually filmed in the very beginning for season 15 of the Real Housewives of Atlanta. But eventually, fans noticed that Janell was always absent when photos started to leak from the all-cast scenes. And it was eventually confirmed that Janell Stephens actually walked away from the show for some unknown reason. Of course, people have speculated about her being fired for being less than entertaining, but I personally believe that Bravo's rumored revenue sharing portion of their new Atlanta Housewives contracts is really what's to blame here. Now, I feel like if she's coming on the show as a natural hair guru, it really doesn't make sense to have to share her revenue with Bravo, so I actually really hope that that's the reason that Janell ultimately decided to walk away and literally stand on business. I actually think that it would have been really great to add Janell Stephens to the Real Housewives of Atlanta franchise because I actually think that the show is seriously missing those girls that give that very rich bitch fantasy right now. They come on the show over and over again trying to launch these quick cash grabs, and I feel like it would have been really, really cool to see a real boss come on the show and show these girls how it's really done, especially since Kenya Moore is definitely trying to follow in her footsteps. Now, I was not expecting this last one to be as messy as it is. And y'all, I was asking my friends about this drama and none of them knew how messy our Rudy Huxtable has been over the years and how she's always been in such close proximity to a Real Housewives of Atlanta OG. Okay, Keisha Knight Pulliam has notoriously gotten really irritated with rumors of her joining the Real Housewives of Atlanta, with Straight From the A being one of the blogs to report her rumored casting on the Real Housewives of Atlanta all the way back as early as 2012, with Keisha denying those rumors, tweeting, "I am not, in all caps, joining the cast of the Real Housewives of Atlanta this season, next season, or any season. I honestly don't even know where this rumor is coming from, exclamation point, please retweet." With Michelle responding, "Well, Keisha, why were you taping if you aren't on the show, question mark?"
Tell me. Go ahead, I'm listening. I really want to know.
Years later, things got really, really interesting when she ended up dating, marrying, and having a whole baby by former NFL star Ed Hardwell, who we all know from being previously married to the Real Housewives of Atlanta OG, Lisa Wu. Now, I was probably somewhere trying to learn the lyrics to a Nicki Minaj verse or something, and I feel like I was too young to really, really know all of the backstory and care about this drama at the time, so all of this is pretty new to me. Apparently, folks were really trying to say that Keisha took Lisa's husband.
Clap if you find it offensive, clap.
And that poor girl had to go and do a whole interview to defend her good name after Ed Hardwell filed for a divorce shortly after finding out that Keisha was having his baby.
Lisa Wu and I have never, will never be friends. I have no ill will for her. I do not know her like that. It was never a situation of stealing anyone's husband. They were divorced many years before we even started dating.
Girl. No.
All of this definitely sounds like they were pulling a stunt to get her on the Real Housewives of Atlanta, right? It was a whole thing, y'all, and Lisa Wu actually ended up responding, talking about, "I wasn't going to say anything, but enough is enough. It's ironic that someone is trying to avoid this type of media and drama when she has been the one that keeps this going. I have not said one word about this unfortunate situation. This type of attention and media is beneath her, question mark? I can't tell. I don't know who's writing this humorous satire, but it's comical and exhausting at the same time. She has been trying to sell multiple reality shows for years that have never gotten the green. One in particular, she asked me to participate and bring my then husband to their show in which we taped an episode. Selective memory much?"
I am so glad that Juan Dixon is not here right now.
Yeah, y'all, Lisa Wu was going off, basically dragging Keisha for acting like she was so above the drama when she was the main one keeping the drama going and making sure that it was out there and getting stirred up, allegedly. I will literally never ever understand why people like Keisha Knight Pulliam jump up on their pasture-raised high horses and claim that they are too good to do the Real Housewives of Atlanta and miss out on their bag, because I feel like the only thing worse than having your legacy ruined by acting a fool on a reality TV show is having your legacy forgotten because you didn't do enough to stay relevant and current with the times. Like, having your legacy ruined by doing too much, or having your legacy ruined by not doing enough. Like, I don't get it. I will never understand that argument. Like, unless you're Beyonce or something, like, there is not really a legacy that can ever be ruined, babe. Like, Bill Cosby already did that.
Oh, that's no.
In the sense that, no. You know what I mean?
Okay, I should delete that. That's not fair. That's not fair. I really don't get that argument. I will never understand that argument. And if Keisha had played her cards right, we could have had her on The Real Housewives of Atlanta during season 9 or even season 10 after all of that mess went down with Phaedra, and The Real Housewives of Atlanta really could have used another good plotline.
What? No.
So does she actually deserve a peach? Sadly, I would say today in 2024, I'm afraid that door has been closed. Wait, the door is closed. And honestly, y'all, that ship has sailed. And I don't really see it for Keisha being a part of The Real Housewives of Atlanta now or ever. And I feel like that's too bad because I feel like these girls get so caught up in not trying to slum to do reality TV that a few years go by and they miss the entire wave. And girl, I hope it was worth it because what is she doing now? No shade, but what is our girl doing now?
Damn.
Comment right now and tell me what you guys think about all this. Were you shocked about any of these women on this list? Also, be sure to let me know who are some of your faves that you think would be good for The Real Housewives of Atlanta if they decided to do another reboot. And if y'all want me to do a part 2, let me know if there are any celebrities that have been asked to join the show that I completely forgot about. Thank you guys so much for watching this video all the way to the end. Like, y'all are so real for making it this far. Now, be sure to check out the information in the description box so that you can learn more about the Paired app and you can take advantage of this really, really great offer. Thanks again so much for watching. I will see y'all girls that think y'all better than everybody on the next one.